All right, we should be live. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone got what they wanted on the Wolverine drop. Didn't do as well as I thought, but I'm completely okay with that. And I think it's going to get better because there's a lot of people stacking this Wolverine, and I like it. We should be live now. There we go. Sec. Hope everyone is doing well. I know this was kind of last minute. I put up like my X post like less than 30 minutes ago or something like that, so let's see. Pasternak says first. Let's go, dude. Pasternak picked up mint 68 for 359. Slash the likes, dude. I love that. That's awesome. I didn't see a 2-digit mint, but I was so upset because I'll show you guys in a bit. I did end up getting 4 Wolverines. I almost thought about buying 5, but I'm happy with 4, and I thought about buying a 5th, but I was like, I could, but I ended up buying some other stuff too instead of a 5th Wolverine. I guess I'll buy another one. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with Wolverine. If he keeps going up, so be it. I have 4, that's it. But if he actually starts retracing or going back down, I might pick up another 5th one, but we'll see. But yeah, anyway, yeah, the story was I was originally just sniping, and my 4th Wolverine I was refreshing the page, and I was trying to buy Indy for pretty much under, like, I don't know, it was like 94 gems or something like that. And so the one got listed, and I clicked buy as soon as I could, you know, the top listing. You know, you can kind of like line up your cursor with like the thing. I'll show you guys right now how I usually do it before I forget. Man, dude, this window kit does not show up sometimes. Let's see. I think that's it. There we go. So this is what I typically do when I'm trying to like snipe on the market. It's super quick. We'll zoom in a bit more. So when I click this little like buy now button, you see the little pop out that actually happens out on the side. It's already on the confirmed purchase. So if my internet was a bit faster, I would click like buy now, buy. Like, it's pretty quick, even faster than that sometimes. So that's typically what I do. I try to line up the top line item with buy now, and then and then buy, like right there. Long story short, I bought the top one, and I saw right below it, like literally right below it, someone listed a mint like 157 for the floor. So I bought like a random 2000 mint or whatever on the thing, but I saw a 157 at the floor. It was only like 1 gem higher, but it was in that second slot, and I just clicked too fast, and I was like, oh my god. So just missed like a very low like 3-digit mint for basically floor price. I think it was selling for 95 or whatever it was. So missed out on that, but you know, it is what it is. Made it again. What's up, Jeff? Thanks for stopping by. Adro says he got 2 Wolverines and and I'm a happy man, dude. I love to hear it. See, Wolverine makes people Wolverine makes people happy. This is what we need. And Wolverine this cheap, I'm actually kind of happy he's this cheap, because if it was higher, I think it would kind of bully people out of the market. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of these collectibles where, despite like a new big announcement or whatever it is, like this one could, like a lot of whales could buy this up. I will say there's a massive wall between where are we at now? 97 gems to like 105. Yeah, like there's just a massive wall. That's probably 50, 60 listings there alone. So Dr. Strange, what's good, vibes, dude? I'm just chilling. I'm in a great mood. One of my awesome friends got hired at Veve Ecomi. Or at Veve, technically, not Ecomi, but dude, I am stoked. If you guys didn't hear, and if you guys should know, my collectibles, it's officially he's working there, but what position, what he's doing, all that stuff, what is his responsibilities, we don't know yet. So so I'm super stoked for that, honestly. Super happy for the guy. So that's actually a big reason why it's Wolverine did all this stuff. It just lines up perfectly. I'm in love with it. Jeff says, got an L in the drop. I'm still without a Wolverine. I think right now, I I mean, now's a good time. I'm not like, maybe if you're lucky, he goes down to like 85 randomly over the next like month or so because there's like a bunch of other big drops, like best case scenario. But do you want to take that risk to like save 11 gems? You know, it doesn't hurt to just, again, none of this is financial advice, but it's like I've kind of learned, like, if you really, really want something, it's like, while it's, especially like an FA, right, a significant character, it's like, might as well get it. And actually, that's what I actually did today. I mean, it wasn't that many gems, but I picked up a Harley Quinn first appearance. I bought her for 30 gems. Someone floored her for like 15-20% below the floor. This is technically her all-time low, but I don't think the API like picked up on it. And I told myself for a long time, I'm like, all right, I really want a Harley Quinn. I want it at like what I feel like is the best discount possible. I saw it, I was like, all right, screw it, I'll just buy it. But Jeff, do what you want. I hope you get a Wolverine at a price that you're happy with, right? That's kind of the whole goal here. That's kind of the whole goal of the channel. It's just to, I don't know, give you guys a different perspective and help you guys, you know, collect the shit you like, right? Whether it's Wolverine, whatever. I actually saw some other people. I'm gonna jump down chat because I saw Hinano. What's up? What up, good? What's good, vibes? Big congrats to MC for sure. But Hinano, I did see you say in MC stream that you actually did end up bidding some MCP, right? It's one of those things where we were talking about, I think a lot of people are just going to bet zero, right? But it's like, all right, you might as well bid the cheapest amount, because if there genuinely isn't 1,500 people bidding, all you have to do is bet the minimum or maybe a little bit higher to guarantee the drop, right? Might as well. So even though you didn't get it, I did see your post, and like, that's the whole goal of the channel, to be honest, is like, give you guys a different perspective and just kind of help you collect the stuff you guys want. That's the whole goal. Wes says, yeah, this Wolverine is super undervalued. I think so too. I mean, he might stay at this price for, I don't think he gets, I think he gets above 100 by tomorrow, like tomorrow morning. I wouldn't be surprised if like in a few hours or late at night, like a bunch of whales buy this up all the way up to like 120 or probably 105. I don't know. There's a huge wall at like 110 and stuff like that. But somewhere around there, it could happen. Is it like $100, like $100 per collectible is not much to a whale if they're trying to stack it. What up, vibes, dude? Thank you. Spent 56,342 MCP points. Oh, I did end up spending 70,000, like 70,500. At first I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with 50, but I felt like 50 was on the cusp, which it kind of was. I think the amount you needed to bid was probably a little over 40,000, 42,000. That's kind of what you needed to bid to like win the drop. And I thought 50 was a little too risky, so I was like, whatever, I'll just bid 70. So I remember originally I was going to say 100. There's actually quite a few people that bid over 100, you know, and it's their prerogative. But awesome, dude. Glad you got it. You got it for cheaper than I did, so congrats on that. Congrats. Got one, and soda sold for 110, waiting for it to come back down to buy in. Okay, so you sold one at the top. Nice. I think that's pretty much where he topped off at. Maybe like 115 for a second or two, but someone listed a Wolverine for 18 gems and I couldn't get it. I did see that one. It was very brief. I think a lot of people saw that Wolverine. Oh, wow. Congrats, MC. Yeah, dude. If you watch the last, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of his live stream he did this morning, it's pretty awesome. If anyone deserves to be working for Veve, it's MC, dude, hands down, easily. And he's probably the only other content creator I'm like pretty close to, because me and him have hung out a lot. We talked a lot about just Veve, the community, all kinds of stuff, you know, in person and online. And so yeah, he definitely deserves it more than anyone. Maybe there's something about our generation of content creators, because they got Corey, right, old Rhubarb, and now they got MC. But yeah, so there's something to it, man. There's something to it, and I'm so glad, because I know like MC would not have taken that job if it was not going to help benefit the community. Like, I know that hands down, because if it felt like this new role he was going to potentially take on like wasn't going to be effective, or he felt like it wasn't going to like make a big impact, he just would have said, nah, I don't need it. I only have 110 gems. I'm waiting for someone to list a low 3-digit to buy. Yeah, it's a good shout. Someone might do it. I've seen a few like really high digit digit ones too. I almost bought one that was like 3,178, or it was like three numbers below the 181 or something like that. So I almost bought that, but I let it go. I just put 2K in the crypto today, but we'll get a Wolverine. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm definitely gonna put in some more crypto today while it's down. My collectivist is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Haha, I did. I was listening to your stream yesterday, and you convinced me. That's the whole point of the stream, is to convince all of you to do what I want. No, I'm no, I'm just kidding. Ryan, thanks for saying hi. What's up? Wolverine is kind of a high mint for this atmosphere right now. It's slightly on the higher side, but if you compare it to, I mean, it's just as many mints as Miles, right? It's a little bit higher, but it's just 1 rarity versus 3. I don't know. I'm laughing at this guy's name, Ginger Ass. Once in a great while, you do stumble across just like a really funny username, and I can't help but chuckle. It's a little high, but I think Wolverine, he's a top 5, arguably top 3, like most popular Marvel characters, and so I'll probably end up buying a 5th one at some point today. Sleeping Comics, hey Vibes, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you got a lot of Wolverines. If anyone is stacking Wolverines, it's gonna be Sleeping Comics. I think it's all the comic book collectors know how popular Wolverine is. Choo Choo, what's up, dude? What's good, Vibes? NC got me choked up. Dude, me too. Dude, I was... I've talked to MC a lot at a lot of different points. And so it's really awesome he got that opportunity. Me too, sleeping. I'm driving, guys. I apologize. No, you're fine. I miss those days where it was Rob Stuff, MCU, Dino. That's when I started Veve. Yeah, it was good times back then. Good times back then. Same thing with like, I know Chris Coffee. I mean, he's changed his name like 3 or 4 times. So it used to be like Chris Coffee and Crypto, and then something else, or Coffee Crypto. And then Corey too. I know you probably met Corey in that group too as well, because he kind of started around the same time as we did. But I think I told you guys already, but there was a point in time where I think with the exception of like Dino and Rob, there was almost going to be like a Millennial Money-esque type of like round table once a week, like either live stream or like video we were going to shoot. And it was going to be like me, MC, Corey, and like Chris Coffee. It was going to be the 4 of us. Like I would talk about the market. MC was going to talk about just like collectibles and like what's the new drop and like what it's like in like the comic book and like toy collecting community thing. And then Chris was obviously going to talk about crypto, and then Corey was going to talk about he's going to do a lot of like the editing, and he had his specialties too. So I mean, we talked about it a couple times, but it just didn't end up working out. But I don't know, you saying that, Jeff, just kind of really threw me back to that conversation, because that was a conversation I had like 2 years ago at this point, probably over 2 years ago at this point. But yeah, that was a fun group, and that was definitely a fun time to be on Veve. With all those people. I think that's when we probably had like the most content. I would say actually right now we probably have the most amount of Veve content creators, because there's a lot of new ones that are popping up, or ones that maybe don't put up content like every week or whatever. But there's a lot of them out there in different languages, and it's just hard to follow them all. So Crazy Tan 420, MC is the man for the job. Great choice by Veve. Oh, for sure. I'm stoked for that. I'm not sure if it's gonna be community or manager role or whatever it is, or how much he can and can't say, but it's gonna be awesome. And if there's like, I would say like me and MC and maybe like one other person I can think of, like, are probably the few people that actually like give some good feedback and like criticism for Veve for, you know, when it's needed. And I would also say like Hit Arcade too, right? So. And there's many other people that give like harsh feedback to Veve when it's needed on like X and stuff like that. Sigma Comics says only 2 Wolverines. I want to get more. Yeah, I'm surprised. I actually got lucky. So I got one on the drop. Obviously I used MCP points. Then I actually I was on the phone with my friend. I was talking with him because like we used to do this a long time ago. We would call each other and play the drop together and be like 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. Did you get one? What mint number? This and that. What's the market price? So we did it today for the first time in a long time, and we're talking about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I was watching Vault's live stream and about the rebound. And I was like, you know, I never get rebounds, whatever. And like, long story short, this is the first time I've gotten a rebound in like 6-7 months at least. So I'm glad I got a rebound on this. So I got 2 for 50 gems, and then I bought 2 more for around 90 each, essentially. But yeah, Wolverine, it looks cool, and don't get me wrong, I know there's more Wolverines. They said 4 more, but it could be a month, 2 months, 3 months before the next Wolverine. So it's like, I know people are kind of thinking down the road on this, but for me, it's like I want to just secure it now. FAs always tend to do the best whenever there's a variation of them, like Wolverine, Batman, not Wolverine, Hulk, Batman. I'm trying to think of other ones where there's like Iron Man, right? I just remember all of us at breakfast and decon, so many legendary. Yeah, that was a fun time at where was it, an IHOP? No, I think it was a Denny's down the street from decon. I think it was a Denny's. But no, that was a ton of fun. I still have your bracelet. I still have your bracelet and your hat and all that stuff with Sleeping Comics. Sometimes I wear the bracelet. I think it's literally right here. Yeah, it's right here. Basement Dweller. Sleeping Comics. Put it on now before I forget. Still got that. And I got both of your hats. I still, like, occasionally I wear it, and some people ask me like, oh, what is that? And I tell them that you're a financial advisor on digital products, that you should go check out his channel. I don't say that. Davo, hey guys, listening in from work. Seems like a lot happened. So happy for MC. He truly deserves to be in Veve. Gotta catch up on it all tonight. Yeah, I missed the majority of the stream, but I did catch the last like 30 minutes or so. When I saw the announcement, I'm like, bro, that is awesome. So excited to see what he's gonna do there. I'm guessing MC has to delete his YouTube channel now, right? It depends on his role. Like, I know he said he's gonna be working for Veve, but is it like full-time, part-time? Is he like, can he keep his channel, but like maybe from now on, maybe he has to kind of follow a script or certain rule sets? I have no idea. So we'll get more information. I'm sure we're gonna have this all figured out in like the next week, like what he's doing, what the expectations are. But he might have to, kind of like what Corey did. So a lot of people still wear the bracelet. Yeah. They message you. Nice. Yeah. Dude, I like the bracelet. It's such a good idea, and I don't know, good brand recognition, dude. You got a bunch of sleeping comic addicts out there. I have one Wolverine, got it for 83 gems. That's a fantastic buy. That was probably his absolute lowest. With the amount of MCP it needed to win the drop, I'm good with that price I paid. I would say same. Like, of course, knowing what I know now, would I have bid 70k MCP? Probably not. Because if I would have known it's going to be that low in the market, it's like, you know, it's only a $30 difference from box price to what you paid for, right? 33 gems. So yeah. I think I did mention this. I did pick up a Bruce Timm Harley Quinn. I got it for 30 gems, and I knew I was gonna buy a few other things. There was like two or three other things that were actually like a really big discount, pretty much below their all-time low, and I ended up passing on them. And I was gonna make a post where, you know, it's like you if you want the really good deals, you have to look where other people aren't. So it's like everyone's looking at Wolverine, refreshing their pages. So I had Wolverine on one screen, and then I was refreshing the market on the other screen, you know, just like this. And if you refresh it on this page every so often, whichever the newly listed collectibles would be at the top right of the screen. So occasionally I would just click on it, look at the floor price, and so I think the floor for Harley Quinn was like 36 or something like that. Then I saw someone listed it for 30, and I was like, all right, I'll buy that. I think there was another one for, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Luke Skywalker or something like that, but someone also listed one for like really low there too. But If MC goes to the VV team, then we'll miss his YouTube videos. Probably, yeah. If he's joining the VV team, and that's I think that's pretty much what he said verbatim. Like he's joining the VV team, so I think it's more than just being a part-time this or that. So I got 2 Wolverines at 70 and 80. Sold the 81 for like a $5 profit after fees. Still holding the one I bought for 70. L on drop, yeah. So it sounds like everyone's got at least one, at least if they want to go after it, right? So I'm super stoked. I do think he is undervalued right now. There's still this one chilling at 95 gems. Is that right? 95 gems, nice. Bioshock, hey everyone. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Did you get a Wolverine? And I did not think it would be below 100. I think I said my price range was like more like the 120 to 150 range. That's where I thought he would probably be hanging around right now. So 100, below 100 is a little lower than I thought, but I'm not concerned. If there's something I'm going to spend a lot of gems on, it's going to be Wolverine. Hinata says, we have vibes to fill the MC gap. What are you talking about? We got the Uncommon podcast. Guys, that's a big, those are some big shoes to fill, you know. MC stepping out. I will say this, in a weird way, honestly, MC taking on that role has like motivated me to like really start caring about VV again. It's not like I never stopped caring for it, but there was definitely a period of time on and off for like the last like year where I would just totally, sometimes I wouldn't do anything VV related for like 2-3 weeks. Like I wouldn't make any content, I wouldn't do any drops, I wouldn't watch any videos, I would just be completely oblivious unless you know, like my friend or something like that would be like, hey, there's actually kind of a big drop happening, or I would see like a tweet for a drop that's worth going for. And so it's you know, it's kind of hard to like keep up with it, especially with there's so much other stuff going on and, you know, personal life and this and that. So but then I was like, man, if he's stepping down, not stepping down, but you know, he's joining the team, he's on to bigger and better things. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity out there, a lot of opportunity for other content creators too to like make stuff, get some different perspectives. Kind of the whole point of this, right? Yes, Inano, yes sir. I hear you have big feet. I'm thinking my shoes are just size 12. Sometimes like 11.5 to 12.5, depending on the type of shoe and stuff like that, or like the way it fits, but it's like a 12. So I spent all my MCP points, won $200 to $300 floor. Who knows? It could happen soon, or it might take over a year based on how like the VV market in general reacts to crypto and all that stuff. So would you give up your financial job for a VV job? For sure, in a heartbeat. Yeah. The role, let's just say the role wasn't exactly what I imagined it to be. I still learn a ton of stuff. I help a ton of people with what I do, although a lot of the time it feels like I'm not really putting like my licensing skills to work or to use a lot of the time. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it depends on the role and stuff like, because there's a whole contract and all that kind of crazy stuff you negotiate out, right? But on average, I would say yes. Now it depends. I don't know. I would love it, but I just don't know how I would fit in their mold. So that's something for them to figure out and me to do on my own. Financial world is a joke. In a lot of ways, yes. In a lot of ways, yes. If you know what you're doing, you don't need to like an advisor or anything like that. I don't know. There's a lot of things I do and don't believe after being in like the financial industry for a while. And I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people and things going on here where like, we really don't know what we're doing, or this is like way behind on the times on what it should be. Or just like really like anti-consumer friendly things. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I don't really care to whatever. And it's not just us. I'm talking about other places too. So. But that's with any job, right? Any job you stay out for longer than like a year, you kind of notice all the little cracks, all the little things like, wait, I can't do that, but that guy's doing it or girl is doing it and she's not getting punished, or this isn't happening and she's getting whatever. It's with any job, right? Jeff says, Veve, do you hear that? Vibes is available for hire. I'm always available for hire. That's why I always like playing the bounty hunters. If someone asked me, would you rather be a Jedi or bounty hunter? Bro, I'm the bounty hunter. I like digging through the market, looking for weird deals. I like taking the dirty jobs no one's gonna take, right? They don't have the moral compass to do it. Stormtroopers are going down a wee bit. There's a 4-digit kind of near the floor. If anyone wants a 4-digit stormtrooper. Actually, there's a lot of 4-digit stormtroopers. I forgot there's more 4-digit ones than there are 5-digit ones. So it actually makes the 5-digit ones more scarce. Vibe, is your current job financial advisor in Arizona? If you don't mind telling us. It's not a financial advisor. You would have to get your series, I think it's your 66. To get that, plus a whole other series of tests that take like over a year to do. I don't have that kind of licensing. So I'm like a licensed like broker, know a lot of the rules. I don't put a lot of it to use. So yeah, I don't really want to say like which financial institution, but I mean, I might have said it at one point in some stream months and months ago, but I don't remember. So yeah. But I mean, the sector, I learned so much about the entire financial sector and why people do certain things, and it totally makes sense. Yeah, it's just interesting. There's so many weird things I've learned about investing and capital gains, why people do, you know, these types of bonds versus these types of, you know, bank CDs to this and this kind of insurance and that, and doing a backdoor Roth IRA, and look at all these like crazy things. It's like, okay, now I know how wealthy people get their wealth and keep it and maintain it and all that stuff. And that's even a very small sector, right? Just putting it like in an institution and doing it that. There's trusts and all kinds of estates and crazy stuff that I don't understand all that, but it's a lot of stuff I've learned. So it's interesting. I enjoy, one thing I've learned is like I really enjoy learning. And then I feel like a lot of jobs, like you learn, right? You get the skills, you learn about the industry, it gets super interesting. And there's a certain point where you realize like, oh, this whole learning and all this stuff, it's just so you can like fit me into a cog, into a wheel, or fit a wheel into like a cog. And then now I'm just like running this thing. And it's like, oh, then like the learning stops, like, and now you're just mastering how to fit your cog into other people's cogs and just have that work, and just mastering that over and over and over and over and over. So, and that's with any job. I'm not just saying this one, like every job is like that. Right now I'm just bashing jobs in general. So it's, and no job is, you know, perfect. They send vibes whenever we need a transporter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When Veve vibes Veve portfolio advisor. Yeah, I got to do a portfolio. I'll make a couple, you know, ETFs, some mutual funds that we can invest in, like pooled accounts, right? Pooled funds. And then we can do some like triple inverse leveraged portfolios against like Todd or something like that. Just like, why not, right? Just have some fun with it. Nice, yeah. Unless the future Wolverine drops are way lower editions, this should be the best one. I would agree. In my opinion, I do think Hulk is probably the best comparison. Even though the Hulk mints are a bit higher and there's like a crafting mechanic tied to it. It is another drop that they basically told us ahead of time, hey, there's more Hulks coming. And in this case, it's like, hey, more Wolverines are coming. They haven't like officially announced there's a crafting thing, but they always could do a craft. So I've always liked Hulk as kind of like the best comparison. There it is. We'll do my NFT. My NFT tracker does a fantastic job of kind of showcasing stuff like this. Whenever you want to see the floor price of something, of various mints. Yeah, like, yeah, FA Hulk is 52 gems. All the other ones are barely, this one's 28, 23, 12. And then the gray Hulk is 50. So. Let's see here. Sorry, I got a tweet. Okay. We're good. I really think Wolverine, depending on the mints and what we get, right? I think it's going to play out very, very similarly to Hulk, in my opinion, right? We're going to have like flannel jacket Wolverine, and then we're going to have like brown suit Wolverine, and then we're going to have like Weapon X Wolverine, and then we're going to get an airdrop of like maybe X23 or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe the secret rare Wolverine is Weapon X23, and then we get like the airdrop or something like that. So I think it's going to play out like this. But we'll see how the mints and the stuff comes out. Because I remember all the Hulks were like a month and a half, 2 months apart. So I mean, the same thing could happen with Wolverine. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm looking for the secret rare," but it's like, bro, the secret, maybe the final mint, isn't even going to happen until like 9 months from now. You know, it might be like next year when that happens, or late this year. Who knows? So again, just offering a different perspective. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but. At the same time, FA Hulk is $2 above mint price, so below after fees, holding up long term wasn't the play. So maybe Wolverine not worth holding long term either. Potentially, I don't know. I would say Wolverine is probably more popular than Hulk in general. I know there's a lot of Hulk fans and stuff out there, but like Wolverine is pretty massive. Also, Hulk dropped during, like right now, I think we're on the cusp of maybe not skyrocketing anytime soon because there's a lot of crypto stuff going on. But Hulk did drop during a pretty bad sentiment in time. Yeah, because Hulk came out in what, 2023? Yeah, he came out a year ago. A year ago, the market was very bad. It was towards the tail end of like, kind of like, I'm trying to remember, that's like a depression stage. I'm trying to remember like the market like graph thing. There's like depression and then all kinds of stuff. It's been so long since I've even thought about that. That's kind of like where the market was. It was just like everyone was like on just feeling terrible. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough. Let's see what is up. Or sorry, I was looking at this Sleeping Comics post. He apparently Veve wants to give him a free Wolverine. Just take it, dude. Don't need to use your MCP points. Yeah, I was gonna look really quick and what's up, what's down. So I was actually, I don't know why I randomly thought about this. Maybe because I was looking at the market while everyone's focused on Wolverine. Everyone's focused on Wolverine. I was looking at the market, right? And then I thought about the new Fantastic Four movie, and I bet you there is a extremely high likelihood that Franklin Richards is going to be in the movie. And I was like, oh, maybe I should buy some. I haven't bought any extra yet, but I was just pulling it up to look at like the price action, stuff like that. And I think it's pretty darn low to its all-time low. I think its all-time low is technically 3 gems, you know, and that was for maybe a day late last year. But I mean, this Franklin Richards, and I think it's a double first appearance too. It's like Franklin Richards and I think it's a Nihilus too. I think it's like a Nihilus's first appearance as well. And so it's like a double first appearance comic. You know, if you're thinking kind of long term, and this is a super low mint comic too. This is I think this is a 5,000 mint comic. That or 4,500 because there's only 3,000 commons. So, I mean, that's like obviously a more longer term hold. You're waiting for the Fantastic Four movie and all that stuff. And like at that point, you know, just kind of banking on Franklin Richards, which if Marvel's trying to do like an ultimate reset of like the MCU or Marvel universe, Franklin Richards is a character that could pull it off. You know, if they're trying to do like a reset or some sort of reboot or some sort of crazy thing, kind of similar to that. Franklin Richards could do it. Red Hulk dropped last year in July. True. I stacked a few Red Hulks because best looking Hulk down a little since I bought. It's still down a lot, but it's actually holding up decently well at 28 gems. I think I still have the Hulk set, and I did lose gems on it, but I still have my Hulk set. I don't know if I had just held it out of. I was just like, I'm like, I bought this for 60 gems. I'm not going to sell this for 12. Like, I might as well just hold it at that point and just get like the MCP points. It really is the best looking Hulk out of them all. I agree. I think Red Hulk, the fire animation plus like just the detail on the body and everything like that, it looks way better. The FA Hulk almost looks like it has this like weird kind of like cell shading look. It's like kind of that art style, but like not really. I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look amazing, but hopefully look better in the Veveverse. I'm still eyeing Fantastic Four #5 SR. Yeah, that's another really good one. But anyway, yeah, this comic, I think it's a decent little spec play. It's 3 gems. It's not like a 20 gem or like 12 gem comic or anything like that. It's still relatively cheap. And what was it? Fantastic Four #5 comics. Star. Wow, it's down. Wow, it's... Dude, you got me eyeing it right now. I have not looked at this. Like, dude, I really want a secret rare of like one of the very OG like comics. And you got me thinking right now. I know it's on the hirement side, right? 600 versus like some like the newer age like secret rares that are like 250 or 300. But yeah, dude, this is super low. I mean, look at where it was. Yeah, in 2022, like this, like 2 years ago this time, it was over like $5 grand on the market. But no, this is a super cool comic. And I do like Doctor Doom a lot, because I do want to have like one SR of like a very OG old school comic, like A15 and Amazing Spider-Man #1. I think all those are pretty much out of my price range. Let's actually look at some secret rare comics. I have not looked at secret rare comics in a minute. Comics. Do floor price and just flip it. Let's flip this. Okay. See, this is the issue I have with all these like new comics that are just pouring into the market. Like, so many of these, like, I know they're scarce. There's like 1 or 2 on the market, but like, it's just flooding up the screen with all these just kind of like, quite frankly, irrelevant and just like low mint comics. Like, I don't really care about all these. I'm trying to find... Yeah, so many of these comics are just taking up space. You know what I think is a better one is release date. That's better than floor price. There we go. Okay, now we got all the right ones I want close together. I mean, dude, getting an SR first appearance Loki isn't bad. I mean, you can get one for like $275. First appearance of Deadpool for $220. Like, it's not a classic comic, but like I'm talking like Loki. Yeah, Fantastic Four #1 is just too high for me. Yeah, same thing with first appearance of Kang. Like it's pretty much a grand. Carnage is a pretty good one. It's, again, it's not the OG classic, but it's like SR Carnage is pretty cool. Same thing with Secret Rare, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. It's another cool one. Yeah, there's some cool... Yeah, there's some good little discounts out there. First appearance of the Watchers. I have a feeling we might get some Watcher action in X-Men 97. Is that what they're called? They're the Watchers, right? That first appearance Kingpin comic cover is really cool. Just for $240, a little bit high. My new car is red, so I'm gonna take the picture with the red Hulk. Let's go. Still talking about the car. It's the first time I've heard about the car. These comics are very relevant. Yes, these are the. Hey, don't steal my moves. What are you talking about? I just really like Doom, and that cover is so cool. It is a really cool cover. I'm trying to distract people with other SR covers, you know? What up, vibes? Yeah, I'm the only stacking Deadpool Batter Bloods from the new books because I like Rob Liefeld's artwork. I think I pronounced that correctly. And he draws a bitchin' Wolverine. Yeah. And dude, if you like the art and all that stuff, and I'm starting to appreciate artists a bit more too now that I'm actually like looking at these covers and stuff. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, collect what you like. And you're not the only one. And dude, and some of these low mint ones, there's only 1,000, right? Like there's hundreds of thousands of these comics in circulation in real life, but like on Veve, a lot of these comics, they have like 600 commons of like the classic covers, and that's it. So pretty scarce. Be interesting to look at Stacker to see if any of those comics with higher mint SRs actually selling. Higher mint SRs. Oh, you mean like some of these? Yeah, we'll look some up. I think a good one to look up is this Journey to Mystery 85, because that's like a lower mint one, and this is probably, I would imagine, one of the ones that has more price. I mean, we'll even look at this one right now. Yeah, this one has pretty, for an SR, yeah, I mean, about one a week. One was bought today. Another one was sold last week. There was 5 in March. How many in February? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 8 bought in February. I mean, for a secret rare like comic, having anywhere between like 3 to 8 bought in a day, or in a month, that's a decent amount. Ugh. Guess I'll type it out. This is the one thing I don't like about searching comics is kind of a pain on Stacker. Oh, what do you know? The secret rare is right there. No, that's the common. Journey Mystery 85. This one less so, or at least less were bought in March. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 were bought in February. And then like 2 in January. So this one isn't bought and sold as much as the Doctor Doom comic, but the Doctor Doom comic is pretty awesome. Which reminds me, I do need to buy the FA Doom at some point. I've been looking at this guy. Dude, he's at 71. I'm pretty sure that's his all-time low. Or gosh, he was going for 68. Let's look at his all-time low. Switch this. Fantastic Four #1 SR is one grill I was able to attain. That is awesome, dude. Yeah, I do want to have like one SR, like even if it's low-key, like I know there's like a whole show about him and all this stuff, but he's not uber popular. I'm not going uber popular compared to some other characters, but new comics have been nice to me. Bought 20 and got 5 SRs for yours, dude. That's fantastic. I think you were on Uncommon podcast stream and kind of talking that way. I've been fortunate like enough. I usually, if I buy more than like probably 5 or 6, I might land an SR. Usually it's like purchase number 7 or 8, then I land an SR, or I have like a UR by then, and I can like sell that early enough and like kind of break even if I sell like half the comics I got. I don't know. Watchers, aka Peeping Tom. Yeah. We could get the Watchers in X-Men 97. I think the whole Phoenix thing or whatever happened on the moon, which is like where the Watchers hang out and stuff like that. So that, you know, we could see him again in X-Men 97. Hey vibes, I might sell Carnage #7 secret rare. How much you have to spend? How much you have to? Oh, you're asking me to buy it? I like you. I know you didn't mean it this way, but you just like joined the stream like, hey, I'm selling this thing. How much you gonna buy it for? I mean, I only got 100 gems on me right now. I like 102 gems. I I mean, obviously I could put in more. But Carnage number 7, is that, that's gotta be a newer comic, right? Carnage, or sorry, why am I saying number 7? Number 6. Comics. Not showing it. I don't know, maybe I'll look it up on Veve itself. Oh, I missed it. Oh. Good enough to find it. Carnage number 6. Oh, that's not, oh, dude, that's a crazy looking cover. Does look like it was made like digitally, right? Or with like some sort of coding. I don't know how to describe it, but it's clearly made through a computer rather than like art or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool looking. I'm just not interested in, I mean, I like Carnage, but D, what's up? We vibing. Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. I went for a drop with 0 bidding, and L, how'd you do? So I did bid 70k MCP. It was like 70,510 or something like that. And obviously I won because that's more than enough. Part of me wanted me to bid like 50,000. I mostly did 70 because I thought a lot of people were going to do like the 69,420 like meme, right? People just do like, oh, I'm going to bid 69,420. And I'm like, well, I got to beat those guys out. So that's the real reason why I bid 70. But I think most people ended up doing probably anywhere between 20 to 35 or 40. I think that's what the majority of people did. And I think you needed at least like 40 to 45 to win the drop today. Doom will be in the 50s. I will pick him up. Yeah, Doom is, yeah, he's dropping pretty quick. And he's still an FA. That's why I want to get him. And I think he's going to be the next like Thanos-esque level threat in the like Marvel MCU at some point, at least for Fantastic Four, obviously, right? So Francisco, let's go. Poppy, what up, vibes? This stream is making me want to buy more Veve comics. I mean, you gonna keep going? What are some other good comics? We can look at other, we don't have to look at the SRs. We look at comics common. If you're trying to find like a good deal, I like doing, oh dude, I hate how all these new comics just completely saturate the market with just a bunch of just random, because I'm trying to find like difference from all-time low. Is that organized? What shows release date? Difference from all-time low. These are all-time high. These are at an all-time low right now. Interesting. Some of these comics are at an all-time low, apparently. First appearance of Green Goblin. Then we got Black Suit Spider-Man, common, 252. This is the very first 1,000 mint comic that we got. There's actually way less commons on this than normal, right? I could have sworn like the new 1,000 mint comics, I thought they had 600 commons, but I might be wrong. But yeah, this is at an all-time low right now. First appearance of Adam Warlock. It's a decent comic. 10,000 mints. That's at an all-time low. Abomination. I think Abomination, this is his first appearance in there. I think this is a higher mint one. Yeah, this is like a 20, this is like a 15k mint or 20k mint run. Jeez, I did not picture Vulture to go all the way back to box price. Yeah, it's at an all-time low of 10. There's a lot of good deals out there. Just saying. Again, just bring this to your attention. Ooh, I completely forgot about this comic. Lethal Protector, dude. I've been eyeballing that one for a minute. What's the floor price right now? Is it still 52? Ooh, it's even lower, 48. There's, I want to, I feel like this is going to be gone soon. 48 gems for Lethal Protector. I know there's 1,000 mints, but it's an insanely popular comic. I was lucky all the SR I got was first purchase. Nice. Dude, I need to get rid of this can. Dr. Strange says, interesting how Marvel's been caught making some comic panels using AI. Oh, like some of the newer comics they released. Yeah, I mean, AI is unfortunately going to start becoming a big deal in art, and it already has been, and even in video games too. Like they've done it in video games, they've done it in animation. I'm trying to remember some other things they've done in AI. Like a lot of advertising agencies now are kind of like, they're like, why would we hire someone to like make graphic design when we could just have AI do it? Like there's a lot of stuff happening with AI, unfortunately, and I think with increased constraints and like, you know, Marvel probably wanted to release more comics, more characters, more stuff. It's like using AI is kind of a shortcut. It's stupid to pay artists now. AI is better. Yeah, it's not stupid, but I get what you mean. Obviously, if you have a very what's going to be more important is not that there's not going to be stupid to pay artists. Now people are going to start hiring almost like not technicians, but people that know how to manipulate the AI in a way to get what you want, because that's the hardest part, right? Like you can use an AI tool and have a kind of a general idea of what you want to do, but sometimes no matter how much you type in or how much you describe a scene or whatever, it just doesn't give you the right image. So people that know how to like basically speak AI like language are going to do really well in the future, because it's almost like learning another language, and you're going to have to know how to basically, it's almost like coding, right, in a way. But AI will get better and all that stuff. Jeff, nah, don't buy vibes. Get another Wolverine, and when the second Wolverine is announced, it's not FA, you might make some good money. Yeah, there's no reason that the next Wolverine should be FA. Like we got the FA today. That's it for Wolverine, and that's it. That's done. So. Cool Mo says, vibes, how you doing, bro? You going to New York Comic Con again? I'm probably not going to go this year. But I've been doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm just stoked that MC got the role at Veve, so I'm really stoked about that. You can refine your AI pretty easily. It's like coding. Yeah, exactly. So there's gonna be more of those people than artists. That's kind of sounds like, I think we're in agreement. All right, let's see if that lethal protector is still there. Probably is. Nope, someone snagged it. Wow, it's up to 58. Wasn't there quite a few listings here? Pretty sure there was 48, then like 52, and then like 2 other ones. And yeah, now the floor is gone. So glad I could help you guys out. What role did MC1 get? No one really knows yet. Pro Driver. I think it sounds like Veve might make an announcement at some point in the near future. Could be a few days or whatever. But we'll see. He seemed excited, dude. I'm excited for it too. I think MC, he deserves it. And I know for a fact, after talking with MC a lot, like he would not have taken that role if he felt like it was not going to benefit the community in some way. Like me and him have talked a lot about, all right, what if Veve given us, you know, a job, what would it be like, what we don't want, what we don't like, this and that, and like, you know, we didn't want to be like disconnected from the community, and we didn't want to have like our communication privileges limited to it. Like we talked about all this stuff, and we still want to make content we want. So it's like whatever MC and Veve agreed upon, like I'm happy because I know MC is going to do a great job. So sounds like community manager would make sense. Yeah, exactly. I think you'd do fantastic in that role. And so it does seem like even Foster, right, did a post like probably a month ago, maybe a little bit less, talking about opening up like a forum or some sort of platform where people can give some more legitimate feedback for Omi and potentially Veve and Ecomi and all that stuff. Like what new utility, what things do they want? So let's see. Dude, when did I hit 500 comics? I didn't realize that. It doesn't seem long ago where I actually... Doesn't seem like that long ago that I had like 400 comics. Now over 500. I didn't even notice that I went over 500 comics. I do have quite a few of them. I got lucky and got this ultra rare Edge of Spider-Verse. I should have sold it though when it was going for like 40 gems. Now it's at like 17. People who got off by being bosses love being managers. I guess? I don't know. I don't know how to reply to that. Hope he gets the job. Best person pick. Oh no, he already said like Veve already accepted him. It's just like what role, and it sounds like community manager is the deal. So oh my god, they actually got these to work now. I just noticed that this like Okomi circle and the logo, they actually fixed it. Wow, that's cool. I figured it's some sort of weird thing with the airdrop or whatever. And it just needed like a nightly cycle or like an extra day to have that work. But yeah, it looks good. That's awesome. Another thing I noticed today, Cyclops is going a batshit crazy right now. So Cyclops was 20 gems before Wolverine dropped. I don't know if people just sold Wolverine and bought a bunch of Cyclops or what, but I'm pretty sure there was over 100 Cyclops bought today, and the price is pretty much doubled. I kind of wish I bought more Cyclops. Yeah, you can see here he was going for 19 gems 2 days ago, and now he's pushing 38 gems, almost 40 gems today. So he's basically doubled in price. Who? 19? This guy. This is our man. Let's lurk. Stormtroopers, Cyclops. Yeah, this guy bought a lot. Buying Peter Quill's. 3-digit Iron Man. We're just lurk. Do you guys care if we lurk on people like this, or is this not interesting? Let me know. I enjoy doing this stuff because I like to just see, how, what whales are doing or whatever. But I think it's mostly this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 Cyclops he bought today. This guy alone, and I'm sure there's other people that did it too. Yeah, one guy there. Mostly him though that bought him today. More. Yeah, there's a couple other people that bought today as well. Yeah, I only see like 3 or 4 other names that bought Cyclops, but it's pretty much him. So it looks like maybe not 100, maybe overestimated, but there was probably definitely about 50 Cyclops bought today. Super stoked for MC. Yeah, me too. I'm just excited for the announcement, and it's a role that's perfectly designed for my collectibles. I do think he is firm but fair. He says, no, I don't lurk. At least not on Stacker. Wow. Always be lurking. That's D's quote. That's our mantra. Always be lurking. Let's see what's down today. More interested in what's down. Like what's a good discount right now? Jeez, Darwin Cook Batman. Dude, this thing's down to 6 gems. That's the... I think that's the cheapest Batman on the app, isn't it? That's actually a really good question to ask. What is the cheapest Batman on the app? And then we'll look at Harley Quinn. We might as well. Collectible, release date, we'll do floor price. This. Okay, it's this one. Jim Lee is a V3 version 3 Batman. Dude, crotch shot Batman. That's what I like. I think you can tell why I call it crotch shot Batman. But this is a pretty cool action pose, and this is actually a collectible too that was used for some like Veve advertisements and stuff. Not advertisements, but you know what I mean. Veve doesn't advertise. Yeah, so that's the cheapest Batman. The Darwin Cook one, season 4. What's the cheapest season 1 Batman? I think that's a good question. Season 2, season 5. Oh, you know what? I forgot. S5 is like the season of the comic, I think. Or no, it's the season of the collectible. Was this actually season 2? I think this shows it. Yeah, I guess it's a series, Batman Black and White series 2. I don't know. Yeah, but that is the cheapest Batman, and then Harley, if you really want one, if you want a cheap one, is this one, Harley Quinn 11. I actually think this one doesn't look too bad. I actually like the look of this one for 6 gems. It's a good little deal. I mean, I like it more than like this one. Not a huge fan of that one. I mean, it's definitely one of the more unique looking ones, and then this one as well. How many mints does this have? 7,500 isn't a ton. I own this one, or maybe I did. I actually do like this look. This really reminds me of the Batman like animated series, this version. I did want to keep this stream today relatively short. We're already at an hour, and I didn't want to go too long because I did have other things to do. Mostly just wanted to talk about Wolverine and all that stuff. Froey Comey giving a shout out to My Collectibles. That's awesome. Has My Collectibles said anything on his, like, anything official? No, and I think nothing from Veve either, right? I don't think anything like official about MC. No, not yet. So not yet, but hopefully something happens soon. But yeah, dude, Cyclops is way up right now. Looks like it's one person that just completely hiked the price. No, not yet. Okay, cool. How did everybody find out? He announced it like the last like 5 minutes of his live stream today. He just kind of told everyone, he's like, it's not official yet by like Veve. Oh, like they haven't posted about it, but he's like, I got offered a job. I'm on the Veve team now, and I'll be starting soon. You know, more information to come. So it's pretty awesome. So that's kind of how everyone found out. Like he announced it. I guess Veve let him kind of announce it to his community and stuff first, so they knew before like Veve put out a post. So super stoked though. Congrats to him. There's something about that time period. The content creators, they just really stuck with it on Veve, you know. So wow, that couldn't have happened to a more positive guy. Yeah, I know you meant guy instead of guide, but for sure, yeah, he's the best, and he's gone through a lot to get to that point, right? Like me and him talked, and like some of the stuff he's had to deal with being a content creator, and just like, you know, the conflicts of real life and trying to do his job and also being a content creator and shipping out stuff. It's crazy the amount of effort he puts in to his like community. And so I don't think there's, obviously I do think Superstar Money, they have like an amazing community. Uncommon Podcast, like a lot of people have like great communities, but not to the level of like My Collectibles community. And it makes sense that they're having him be the community manager. Like he's just awesome. I mean, I can gush about Aaron all day. If you guys just want to hear me just gush about him, I could do it, but that's not what was I trying to look up? Gosh, I'm trying to remember. I was trying to look up something and I just forgot. Yeah, I guess we'll just look at what's up and what's down right now, and I'm gonna try to ignore all the weird comics or something like that that are just like pumped this a ton. Interesting. Some of the stuff like Power Orb, She-Hulk, Moon Knight. These are two FAs. These, I mean, these are both the highest mint FAs. People actually buying Moon Knight too. Nicely done. I did at least tweet that to, I did congratulate him on his job, and then I did tell him nicely done. So congrats to him. Yeah, there's 4 purchases of this today. I guess the floor was 20 and they probably bought all the ones between 20 and 26. So, so it looks like some people are buying some FA collectibles. Yeah, this one's crazy. Cyclops. I know it says it's only up 25%, but it's definitely more than that. Bucky Barnes FA. Darth Vader common. I guess the community kind of agreed it going for 22 gems, 20 gems was just too low, so they bought everything up to 15. Almost snagged a Professor X Mighty Marvel Mighty number 47 for under 50 gems. When I was loading gems, someone snagged it. Damn. That's the thing. Did you see that today while the Wolverine drop was happening? Veve Zombie? Because that's a really good snag if you could have gotten that. Yeah, this is just not loading, so we'll just let that be. Yeah, see. Veve Zombie knows what's up. You got to look where other people aren't looking. Well, at least there was one other people look. There's at least one other person looking, so I guess they bought it. But that's tough, man. But good eye though. If you keep doing that kind of stuff, you're gonna get a good deal like that, right? It's gonna happen. Starlight Coca-Cola can. This is another collectible that looks really good in AR. I actually like flipping it upside down, so like the majority of the can is underground, and you can still get that cool like swirling effect. I think it actually goes. Let's actually look it up. You can just type in Starlight. One word or 2 words? Yeah, it's all one word. I think I own one. If not, I should probably just buy one right now. Yeah, there was one other person that had nothing better to do, right? This guy's wasting his time looking at the market, and he just happened to stumble upon the same thing. He just happened to have gems preloaded. Please load. Yeah, we might have to close this and try again. There it is. I think we got it. It actually showed like the Unity, like what's it called, like watermark. Yeah, because the swirl effect actually goes below the can. So if you actually get the can in AR, flip it upside down, and like push it into the ground, or what you can do is put the can like inside of like a building or inside of like another object that's there. But I don't know. I usually put it downwards and have like the basically swirling effect show like the bottom or something like that, but I don't know. It's a cool collectible. Obviously you can kind of put it inside of things when you're actually doing it like in your showroom. You can't really do it in AR, but like in your showroom. That's kind of what I meant. Someone drop a 3-digit Wolverine at floor so I can buy it. Dude, you know what? I would, but this is the one I got on the drop. This is the very first one I got. I don't know if I can do it. 3-digit. 868. I got this. This is the one I got on drop. 50 gems. Ooh, a nice little profit. Should I sell it to you, Jeff? Someone will do it. At some point, someone's gonna floor one. You're not talking about like floor, right? Like if someone random listed it for 98, you're buying it, right? You're not that greedy, Jeff, are you? What's the lowest mint 3-digit? Wow, there's no 3-digit mints here. I think if you wait, you'll find one eventually. Okay, the lowest 3-digit mint is 977. I snagged on drop using MCP points. I overspent though 100k. Yeah, I put in 70,000 because I thought a lot of people were going to do 69,420. So I just did 70k. Yeah, my friend spent a lot of MCP too. Like, yeah, 6 figures as well. And I was like, I think you're overspending by a little. He's like, whatever. Wolverine's worth it though. Definitely worth the game. I think so too. I almost thought putting in like 50,000 whatever, and I thought that was cutting it a little too close. I was like, whatever, I'll just spend the extra 20,000 MCP. If I buy a Wolverine, I would have bought 70k MCP for 95 gems. True. You bought my 70,000 MCP. You need to. I think I asked this before, but how do you guys feel about when eventually when we do get trading or something, right? I think the goal at some point is to get trading. I still have no clue how Veve is gonna balance that with like fees. Is it based off the floor price? How much money is the licensor getting? I don't think the licensor is gonna be super happy if I trade Hinano a Walt and he gives me something in exchange, right? Like a crypto or just something else or whatever it is, right? And basically bypassing most, if not all, of the licensor fees, because it's like, yeah, Disney wants to get their, you know, even though it's only like what, like 100 gems, 200 gems, if you sell it for like 2,000 gems, like Disney wants their money. And you know, if the whole pitch of these digital collectibles is that they were going to get residual, is that they were going to get you know, basically residuals on this, but now there's a new trade feature where people could just bypass it. Like, I don't think the licensors are going to like that. So I think Veve needs to find a balance with that. I don't know. It depends. Okay. Veve Zombie, I think they should definitely put a double accept with Are You Sure? I think they should definitely put a double accept with a Are You Sure for what? Putting in MCP? I see what you're doing, Vibes. I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about? I'm not talking about anything. Hey, Vibes, do you buy to complete sets? No, I do not. I think, I don't get me wrong, I like collecting all that stuff, but like right now, originally when I got on Veve, like 90% of my vault was for flipping and I was going to sell at the top and all that stuff, but there's actually quite a few things now that I want to keep like super long term. One of them's like AF15, like a few Wolverines. Like there's a lot of FAs that I actually want to hold on to like super long term and just kind of see where things go. But I'm not a big like set completer. It's just really difficult if you don't end up with like the highest rarity thing, right? I do complete some sets. I mean, I have a few. I have 25 sets, but as you'll know here, you'll see the trick that I use to complete these sets. I thought there was an area where I could see like my completed sets and like my collection, my sets. This it? All right, we'll go to the very bottom. I think that actually shows completed sets. 90% of my sets are one-ofs, like side battle statue, this Veve logo. I'm surprised I still have these posters. These oh, rip. All right, give me a sec, guys. It didn't want me to look at the dinosaur posters. Like Veve forgot about, like, oh shit, people still talk about these Jurassic Park posters. We'll just disconnect the guy. We need to like reload our system. Yeah, I just had to refresh. That's what I figured. I just had to refresh. I completely forgot I still had these posters. But most of my sets are one-ofs. Yeah, there's like a stamp there, another stamp there. Astro Boy. Not like a big set completer. I did like the Ukraine project like relief stuff. Obviously the jukebox. Yeah, a lot of it's one-ofs. If I think this includes comics, full sets, because I actually do have like 3 or 4 sets of like full comics. as well. Mostly because, again, I landed like the SR. So maybe there can't be a certain percentage of delta between two collectibles, or if there is, there's a note option where it can go under review to see if it's like fair if it was a special mint. Can't be a certain percentage between two collectibles. There's a note option to where it can go under review and see if it's fair. Oh, I see what you mean. For trading. Yeah, I have no idea. Doing manual subjective like reports on these like trades and like have a submitted or whatever. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of effort on Veve's part. That Wolverine FA is spectacular. Kind of makes it silly to buy anything else on the app for long term at this price, at least collectible wise. I mean, he could go a bit lower. I mean, a lot of things can happen in the world or crypto or on Veve or whatever. Or it could just keep going up, right? I get why some people would prefer comics long term. Yeah, kind of hard to mess up comics. Actually, you can't really mess up comics. People will always kind of, you know, the quality of FAs on collectibles is inconsistent at best. But on comics, it's the same thing every time. It's a beloved cover. It's been the same thing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, and it's iconic. It's been around for, you know, a lot of these characters have been around for like 60 plus years. I find it hard to imagine that I find it hard to imagine, where is it? Hard to imagine any collectible drop doing well while Wolverine remains at these prices. Yeah, I mean, we'll look at what's the competition doing, right? Not competition, but let's look at everything between 90 to 110 gems. So like, what are some like alternatives you could buy? I'm even including comics in here too. Actually, I'm gonna exclude comics. There's gonna be a bunch of trash in here. Yeah, it's like 5K. I'm just gonna do collectibles for now. The only one I might question buying over Wolverine out of all of these is probably like the Veve like white and blue logo, because this one could have like utility in the future or whatever it is, right? It's Veve's IP. They could do whatever they want. That's probably the only one I would like say, okay, maybe I'll buy a logo instead of like another Wolverine or something like that. I would still buy Wolverine over the logo. Else is a good one. Obviously, any of the golden moments are always good. Wow. SR Thor, all-time low. Did he drop even lower? Yeah, he actually dropped pretty hard. Probably because of the Wolverine drop. People, yeah, I think people are more than happy to sell SR Thor for Wolverine. And that's the thing you got to think of. Like, if people are flooring SRs of other FA characters to buy another FA, you know how popular it is. People are flooring Thor and Storm and Elsa and C-3PO. Yeah, and She-Hulk's not saying much, but you get the message, right? It's She-Hulk is just scarcer or whatever. Yeah, so that definitely says, whoops, that definitely says something. I do want to buy this, and I've been meaning to get this. This is another one of those like weird purchases I just really want, kind of similar to like the Necronomicon book. Like, I was just obsessing about it for a while. This is another one of those. John Hammond's cane. I love me some Jurassic Park, and I want his cane. Just kind of stinks that is pretty much all-time low with 60 gems, and it never is really returned there. It looks like it did very briefly earlier this year, but I'm patient with this. I do think given enough time, this will go back down to like 60 gems. Given enough time. Trying to think some other. We already looked at this. Collectibles. They're all at their highs. But they're low. Yeah. Oh, did this just refresh? This looks like it just refreshed. Because these are all new. Because we looked at all-time lows earlier, and these are like new collectibles. Yeah, dude, there are some stuff. Everything is low. Jason Fabok and Jim Lee. All-time lows. FA Wonder Woman. FAD, the Bat Eater, on the app. All-time low, 27 gems. Get it if you love it. All-time, yeah, all-time low was 3 days ago. 2 days ago for Wonder Woman, or even right now. A lot of good deals. Labracorn, dude, I actually want to buy one of these just so I can mess with this in AR, like that whole vomiting rainbow thing and just how weird it looks. Like, I would say there's a handful of collectibles that are just fun to use in AR. I think the T-Rex, the soda, I think all of the Coca-Cola ones, whether it's the orb or the soda that's like spinning in the air, those look super cool. I think Labracorn, if you like make it huge and have like a rainbow vomiting into like a freeway or something like that just looks fun. Wow, Woody. Ew. First appearance Woody for 10 gems. Main thing holding this thing back is the 14,000 mens. There is quite a few of these. And I talked about it yesterday, but it's like Woody's super iconic. I mean, the whole thing is Toy Story just kind of completely launch padded the whole like animation. It was so revolutionary for like animation and watching cartoons and stuff like that on the big screen, right? But again, you have to ask yourself, are there people out there spending thousands of dollars on Woody collectibles? Probably not as much as Wolverine or other stuff. So that's kind of another reason why I'll buy one eventually. Like, I want to have an FA of some of my favorite things, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, which ones are the ones where people are actually collecting and spending a lot of money on the characters? Things like Thorn and Flash. Flash is super low right now, all-time low, 15 gems. Would you guys like Flash more if he wasn't attached as a battle statue? Like, if they literally just removed Superman from this statue and maybe centered, what's his name, Flash more in the middle, Barry Allen more in the middle, like the street. I don't think this would be at its all-time low if that was the case, but I could be wrong. Waiting for Hulk 181? Yes, you are, D. We all are. And what about Hulk 180? That's the real FA, right? I think you want both comics, trust me. I'm gonna go for both. And I'm excited for Hulk 181 as well. Like, almost anything new that drops won't be worth it. Better to put these gems towards Wolvies, except like Mando, Yoda, Grogu, FA anime. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna be pretty reserved with my MCP points now, for probably some time, unless I get something insane drops in March, in May, for May the 4th. I'm talking like a super low mint, like Darth Maul or something like that, or Grogu or Mando, right? I don't think Grogu or Mando, they're gonna make those low mints because they want people to collect and have it, and it's a big IP and all that stuff. But something like Darth Maul, I do think that could be a collectible, like Star Wars or, Veve would allow it to be like a very low mint, like, less than like 500 or something like that. I love that. FA baddie. They better have a banger ready for Star Wars month. I mean, they've delivered every year. They got, what did we get? Luke last year, Darth Vader the year before, or no, it wasn't. What did we get last Star Wars last year? Was it Luke? I thought we got Luke earlier than that. Yes, Flash would have done way better. I think so too. I'm not a huge fan. It's still FA though, right? So as much as you hate it, it's still first appearance. I might actually grab. There's also a ton of mints, 8,888. So that's another thing that's really holding it back. She-Hulk, 15 gems. Hal Jordan, Astro Boy, Thanos. There's a lot of first appearances that are very low right now. Yeah, Doctor Strange actually below retail, which is insane. Not financial advice, but it's like you got one of the most iconic Marvel characters below retail right now, and it's more scarce than Cyclops or Iron Man, or I'm trying to remember what the other ones are, but the Cyclops, wait, Cyclops are rare or uncommon? I think he's actually a rare, so I think it's the same mints. Yeah, how many mints are you? Yeah, 2200, so same thing. Okay, so same mints as Cyclops, but 100%. The floor base messed up. Floor base messed up Flash FA. Do you guys like when they add environments to a collectible, kind of like Flash or Juggernaut or oh my god, what's the other one? Rambo. Rambo is, I think it actually kind of works with Rambo. It'll load. That's what I said before. It's not really talked about a lot. Yeah, 180. What about Venom? That's going to be huge in Carnage. I think so too. I'm honestly more excited for the symbiotes because that's going to be the best opportunity to make gems, because that is the key to the whole crafting mechanic, everything. So, and even if they do offer like, you know, 20,000 symbiotes, I think you have to burn 8 of them if you want both. Because it's 2, yeah, you have to burn 8 symbiotes in order to get Carnage and Venom, or 4 to get one or the other, right? That's a lot of symbiotes. And like, you get what? You get 1 on the drop, you get 1 on like maybe a rebound if you're lucky, and then maybe it's let's say you get 2 rebounds and you're super lucky. You have 3 now. You still have to go in the market to buy an extra one, and if you want to mint both, now you got to buy 5 on the market. And so if you have a lot of whales or people that like they need to buy these symbiotes to do the crafting, that's what I'm most excited. I think that's the best, one of the best like gem making opportunities in my opinion. Is like I'm just getting symbiotes, and even the symbiote itself is probably an FA, right? It could be a character or whatever. It's probably just going to be a crafting material, and it's not going to be like an FA or anything like that. But technically, I think the symbiote is its own like character, right? I'll wait for both. Mephire's on base. I don't know what you mean by that, Caesar. Goat Slayer. Marvel has come out and officially proclaimed 180 as FA of Wolverine. It's all the collectors who are over leveraged into 181 due to the cover appearance that want to keep the value by calling 180 a cameo. Interesting. Okay. No, I like that. I mean, again, it's kind of funny because like the company can say one thing, but it's up to the collectors or the people, or this is up to the community, right? So I want Grogu and Mando. Everyone wants Grogu and Mando. Did we get Boba last year? You're right. We did get Boba. Boba Fett was amazing. Just probably 8 times too many mints, basically. It was just, it was in a weird cusp where I think they might have negotiated the mint numbers and all that stuff, like, you know, towards the later stages of the bull market, maybe the very early stages of like when the market started going down. Because that was a lot of mints, even for last year. It was a lot of mints, but it was Boba Fett. People were stoked. 777 mint Millennium Falcon with a $90 drop price. That is interesting. I don't think they would make it that scarce, unfortunately. It's not too often. Like, I think Miles was like the one, I want to say the only exception, but where something is super popular, but they're making it super scarce at the same time. And for the vehicles, like what have they been doing for the vehicles? Like the AT-ST, how many mints does this have? 3,500. Like barely 1,000 of these have sold. Not even 1,000 of these have sold. The AT-STs. So Millennium Falcon, I think a good balance is like 1,500. It's like enough to where a good amount of people, maybe 2,000. That's a little on the high side, at least if you want it to be worth something, right? I just picked up my uncommons for the craft. I needed to. Nice. I'm not gonna go for the crafting at all. Like I'm not stacking a bunch of like commons and uncommons and trying to craft it and stuff like that. I mean, I might, who knows? I might even already have half the crafting materials and I don't realize it. But part of me wants to do the craft and wait or part of me wants to wait till after the craft to pick up those uncommons, because the symbiote gets burned, not the collectible. So let me look at the. So these are the stuff I purchased. So like for Iron Man, I think you can Venomize Iron Man, right? Like Iron Man right now is worth 20 gems. Jeez, dude, some of these went way up. Iron Man's worth 20 now, but I'm willing to bet after the crafting, it's going to go down to like 9. Like after the craft, because Iron Man doesn't get burned. The symbiote gets burned to create the Venomized Iron Man. So now you have like a Venomized Iron Man and a normal one. I think these are going to get floored for super cheap, and that's when I'm going to buy them. Not specifically Iron Man, but at least the first appearance characters. How did we end up here? At least the first appearance characters I'm probably going to stack. I'm also super excited for X-Men villains. I think they shouldn't have had bases or environmental stuff for collectibles and sell the whole environmental thing as a side. I want that cantina. Yes, sir. Or inside the Death Star. Yeah, that'd be sick. Also want the collectibles to move around in the Veveverse. Don't just want stuff just standing there. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point of the animated ones, right? That they can actually move around. I think that's what kind of a lot of people are afraid of, right? It's just going to be a glorified showroom. And in probably some ways, yes. And then probably in a lot of ways, no. I can see that. Yeah. Well, that'd be a crazy scarce kryptonite. Yeah, that would be super scarce. 777. It, you know, I think the collectors in us want scarcity, right? We want things to be scarce. I want the value to go up. I want to pay 50, and I want it to look like 250 on the end, you know, on the other end after I purchase it, right? That's what everyone wants to see. And but I think at the same time, Veve's also trying to make sure like everyone has a fair shot for at least for the super popular stuff, right? Or be able to tap and the base's environment disappears. Ooh, I like that idea. I really think they should implement that for every collectible. It would be kind of hard because if the environment's huge, like if you like to look like the Jurassic Park gates, I mean, most of it is like the trees and the ground and all that stuff. So it's like if you just wanted the gates but not like the environment. I'm just using this as an example. But there's quite a few where like the environment makes most of it, so it might be kind of hard to like move it around and like tap it on and off. I don't know. That's an issue for Veve to figure out, right? So, but with that high price point, I think it would even out, even though I do see it being higher. Yeah, I think that, yeah, Millennium at that mint level, it would do fine. Probably be like over, I think it would be over 300 or 400 gems easily. Just tough with vehicles. Do the disappearing for the Deadpool sweater. Yeah, a lot of people did not like the Deadpool stuff. The FA Deadpool with all the sweater, and like I know it like fits his character, right? Like he does goofy stuff and all the time. But having his first appearance always be Christmas theme and always be really goofy looking, right? Or 1,977 editions. Yeah, if they're gonna, I'm willing to, if they drop Millennium Falcon, they're gonna for sure do that mint number. I mean, they've always kind of kept that theme. They want the vehicles to be somewhat abundant so people can use them and ride together with their friends or do whatever, right? So anyway, I'll probably wrap up the stream right now. I'm honestly getting pretty hungry, and I feel like we've talked about a lot of stuff today. I did take work off tomorrow. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to stream or whatever, but we'll see. But tomorrow I don't have work. I do not want to work on tax day. Screw that. So if they could do Wolverine mask 100%, they could do the sweater. They should. I don't know how they would code it. That's the other issue too, right? Is it in, I hope this is some of the concern that like MC and other people can voice, right? Or as Veve kind of scales up, they can actually hire people to go back to old collectibles and give an option to turn things on and off. Don't change the collectible, but just give like a toggle option for certain environmental things or shirts or whatever, right? Because I mean, that's costing Veve money. It's not getting Veve extra money. Now it could, right? If people get excited, you can toggle the sweatshirt on and off. Maybe some people will buy it, but or like more people would buy it after that announcement. So it could be beneficial, but it's just like, I'm not sure if Veve has like the time or the resource to like double back around and correct dozens and dozens of collectibles even though it sounds easy to just toggle things on and off, there's probably, I'm not a software engineer, so I don't know how the heck it would work, but thanks for the stream vibes. Great to see you. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. You too. Hope you guys are having a great evening, and hope you guys got what you want. And I'm curious to see where Wolverine goes by tomorrow morning. I obviously not financial advice, but I have a kind of a gut suspicion or a sneaking feeling that like it could pump like overnight, or something could happen like in a few hours, right? It could. Anything can happen. So anyway, hope you guys take care. Please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over.